Welcome, witches and wizards. Either lie down or sit down. We will begin by relaxing our bodies, and then we'll turn our attention to Stephen. I want everyone to just follow their thoughts, have Stephen in your mind. What comes to your mind when you think of creativity and joy? What comes to your mind when you think of a squirrel moving from tree to tree? And let's find out their story from going from the beginning of the world to now. How's he look? He's half human, half squirrel, but by all means, I'm hoping that he comes to me during this session, and then we'll have a better image of Stephen by the end of this. So by all means, try and find out what Stephen looks like as well, and we'll see if we can all agree at the end. Let's begin by engaging our breath. And with every exhale, let's relax our body, starting with our head. Then moving to our neck. Allow your shoulders to drop down by your side. Allow your biceps and triceps to relax. Allow your forearms to relax. Allow your hands and fingers to relax. Try and remain with your body while we allow our chest and upper back to relax. Let go of the world around you, things you want to be thinking about. Your time will come. Allow your organs and your spine to relax. As we follow our breath, allow our abs and lower back to relax. Allow your quads and hamstrings to relax. Allow your calves to relax. Finally, allow your feet and toes to completely relax. Now, as you lie or sit there, completely relaxed, let's bring our attention to Stephen, the god of joy and creativity. Follow your thoughts, see what arises. And if your mind begins to wander away from this topic, use your breath to bring you back into this session. And let's begin. It looks like Steven's the child of the group. He's quite small for a god. He's like 6 foot. No, not even 6 foot. And he's almost completely squirrel. From his belly button to his mouth. And not even like the top of the mouth, like his lower jaw is human, his upper jaw is squirrel. And so everything else is squirrel. It almost looks like a 6 foot squirrel has just shaved all the hair on their chest and mouth and chin. But they were one of the last ones to leave the void. And so when they popped out, all the other gods were so busy. He remembers always admiring Violet. Frantically she worked, gathering knowledge. And yet, for the first millennia, he lied there, watching, admiring, appreciating what all the other gods were doing. He felt like he had no plan. And in terms of his purpose, it was just to observe, to appreciate. And to recognize the joy in every moment. The reason he's homeless or doesn't have a home to call his own is because he constantly wants to find new places to enjoy and to embrace. He moves because if you stay still for too long, you become complacent. And yet this isn't to say he's lazy. He's been given chores. For instance, when Violet asked him to gather some books, he enjoyed every moment of it. It was an adventure in itself. He made it a game. And he didn't stop looking until he got distracted. Until something else caught his eye and he moved on. His only goal as a god for others is to appreciate each moment. No amount of past joy will ever be able to take away from living now. He's also one of the only gods that refuses to accept help from Aiden, the god of time. He thinks it takes away the surprise, the enjoyment out of life if you know what's coming. And so he has never gone back and revisited old memories. He never goes forward to see what is to come. Thank you for the rage. What did everyone else see? He's way too young for a god. It's funny because technically age doesn't really come into it for how long gods can live. They're immortal. But he definitely sees himself as the youngest of the litter. The power of role-playing is in the higher dimensions. There's no difference between role-playing and creating. I can't tell if Curio is this powerful at manifesting or he's a top-of-the-line bullshit artist. I genuinely just tell you what I see. The moment you said God of joy and creativity, I saw a young man in like his 30s or 40s. There are so much lightness in his face. He was chilled near a tree in a park. I tried seeing any spiritual attributes, but the tree and the park was the only clue. He wore a black coat, black pants, white shirt underneath. Like he just went to a funeral, and yet he was so light and painted the joy that surrounded him. And I wondered how he could be so joyful after having just been to a funeral. The answer I got was creation was happening with death, and he was so excited about it. Is he underage? No. None of the gods are underage. You know, just in case someone gets the bright idea to make fan fiction, none of the gods are underage. If you can manifest all of this, please look at my Uriel soul. I technically looked at Uriel. I did that the other day when I was doing the summoning ritual. I'll look at my own soul. Someone please look at my soul. James, it's a heavy soul to look at. I don't want that responsibility, if you don't mind. But I now need to condense that into like 2 lines. A young, adventurous explorer. God should never let the trespass aside if I'm consenting. Huh? God should never let the trespass side. I don't have a clue what that even means. A young adventurous explorer. Constantly looking for joy, or forced to be present. I'm not dyslexic and I don't get it as well. Your misreading ability is impressive. That I'm quite confident about, that I misread a lot. Forced by himself to be present for joy. All right. No, that was quite nice actually, because I've got homeless, but it sounds less bad that he's the one that made himself homeless. That makes sense. Lex, thank for the luck. Also, the queue is open if anyone wants to join for a reading. We've still got 2 minutes. Did anyone else have any stories of Stephen? Just trying to think. Pretty sure that was everything. I definitely enjoyed the story of the part where he's like very willing to help. Cool, I'll be with you in a sec. Like when Violet asked him to look for knowledge for her, there was no thought. There was just, you're telling me I'm an adventure that I'm not going on myself. I love that. And it reminded me of when I was a kid. I used to horse ride when I was growing up. I did it for like 9 years before I went to college. From quite a young age, but like I never really made any friends because I was quite. I didn't know how to talk to other people until I was like 16, and this was before that time. But I would help people. Like people would be mucking out the stables. They'd be shoveling the shit in the hay. And if anyone ever asked me to do something, there was no question. You want my help? I'm there. It was funny. It was never a chore back then. I did it for the enjoyment of it. I felt like I found purpose in, I guess, helping others. And it's the same reason why Stephen is so willing to help if anyone needs it. It's actually very selfish, but it's a very kind act. It's his pursuit for joy that makes him very selfless. Felt he had gone through the hardship of life and still found this way to I found his way to joy. He mastered joy. I didn't see any. This may come up in the future of those lessons, like when joy almost faded away from him. And hopefully we can come back to this at a later date and add to his story. But this is a really solid base. Stephen, one of my specs. Again, I don't understand what you're asking. But aspects, yeah. Isn't like an aspect a type of angel, like a guardian? I want to say no. Although Gummy Bears is actually kind of funny, but still, I think you just tap into Stephen. I wouldn't call him one of your aspects. Hey, I saw a version of the God of Joy that represents what I need to. I need to attain joy as well, in a sense. James the Gummy Bear. Maybe we'll turn Ted into James and make it a gummy bear. And your version might have yours like that. At the end of the day, Stephen has lived for so long. All of these, I have no doubt, are part of Stephen's journey. Let's do your medium reading, James. From me, stay kind, stay cute, stay curious, and I hope to see you all very soon.